My name's Dan Howe, and this is my story. I grew up in a Christian home, but that doesn't mean that, I was living for Jesus. Having said that, I heard that Jesus was this God of forgiveness and this God of love and this God of mercy and blah, blah, blah. But, that was about all my faith really amounted to. I had this youth pastor in my life that, really wanted to invest in me. But, I had so much anger and confusion and bitterness with what my life had turned into that, I really it started throwing up a lot of walls. I sat back thinking, if this God is so loving, why does he let this crap happen? And, I started resisting and having a lot of resentment and anger towards God. In high school, I began experimenting with pills, painkillers, and eventually I fell in love with crack cocaine. In 2011, I was involved in a single vehicle DUI car accident. I rolled my car 4 to 6 times. I was on life support for 4 days, resulting in a broken neck, some brain injury. Not once did did it run through my head that, I had many people praying over me throughout that time. Well, then came September 2013, and I was living in my car, and I had been up for days and days on drugs. When I put my car into the ditch and watched my house on wheels go up in flames, I had absolutely no feeling anymore. It was a point of actually feeling completely hopeless. September 1st of 2014 came, and I just had enough. I made that decision to, one, get clean, but two, to do it with God's help and with God's patience. I've always enjoyed attending Promise Keepers events. I remember the 2-day conference specifically that really impacted me. I heard this one speaker going on about the story of Samson. He really began to catch my attention. I heard this man touch on his addiction on lust, sex, and porn, and relating himself, to the struggle Samson had. I thought, is this guy really saying this stuff? There's other people out there struggling with these things here. I thought, well, no one out there in the church would understand me because I assumed judgment, ridicule, disgust. But then I heard this guy speak issues in his life that I myself was dealing with, and I identified with him, right? I no longer felt like I was, the only one with this problem. Here's the thing, I achieved more in the first 13 months, with God by my side than the 12 years of, trying to do things on my own. I don't deserve his love. I don't deserve his grace. I don't deserve his mercy or his forgiveness. John 8:36 here says, "So if the Son has set you free, you will be free indeed." And that's something that I've been able to receive, is that freedom from active addiction. David's letter in Psalms 51, I love his heart of repentance there. He asked God to use his transgressions to help others. Please, Lord, use me to reach the lost that I once was. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. I was blind, but now I see. And I see what I've received, when I gave my life to Jesus.